I am sorry to the stream that just had their ears blown out, or whoever is watching the VOD. My apologies.
Anyone hear Plex?
I heard him earlier. I don't really hear him talking now.
Yeah, I can't hear him right now.
It's my cat activating it with his purring.
Yeah, I see his mic lighting up, but nothing.
You didn't hear him talk right then? I did. He said his cat was activating lately. And it's purring. You might need to leave him back.
Yeah, that was just cashew. He jumped up on my lap, started purring, and I could see the light going off.
Yeah, I don't know if Tim can actually hear you talk. Like, you're actually talking either.
No, I was joking, but it's not funny because he didn't go along with it.
Well, he has enough tech issues, I don't want to be gaslighting him on that too.
Yeah, I used my phone to talk. I had enough time to troubleshoot this.
They should make another Dissidia. You know Dissidia? You guys know? You familiar?
No.
I heard of that. Isn't that a Final Fantasy ripoff?
No, it's the Final Fantasy fighting game. Dissidia 2. The sequel to Dissidia. They put like only Xenos and Ishola from 14 in. I feel like there could be more 14 rep. They put like lightning and snow from 13. I think they could even skip snow. I think everyone just cares about lightning. I don't know any of the characters from 11, so some people liked it. 11.
Is that the one
I mean,
that's
a lot
just a
of people
gigantic
liked it.
corridor?
No, 11's an MMO.
No. I'm thinking of 13?
Isn't it still going? 11?
Yeah, it's still going. The thing is, it's like a turn-based MMO, so it's a little bit weird. And some of the bosses take like 8 hours to kill. There's also one boss, Absolute Virtue, in Final Fantasy XI, that for like a solid year, whenever anyone killed it, they banned the entire team. Because people kept killing it, quote, the wrong way. And Square refused to say what the right way to kill it was. So, like, this huge mystery mega boss takes 8 hours to kill, and nobody has any idea how to kill it. Anytime anyone actually succeeds in killing it, they get banned.
Genius.
The way to kill it was it casts player ultimates, and the way to like stop it from doing that is that you have to cast your ultimate, which has a 3-hour cooldown, at the same time it's casting it, which takes like 2 seconds. So you have to have like 3 of each class there, and then like have these really specific interrupts available.
Yeah, it's also like a 2-second window, and if anyone messes it up, then you have to do the whole thing over again.
Where is...
I don't know anything else about Final Fantasy XI. What was that?
Where's Rhodey? He was the one reminding people. And yet he's the one that didn't
Yeah,
show
they're
up.
not. They're not.
Rhodey's they them.
Okay. Thought they said they were still gonna try.
I mean, they could be. Who knows? Right? Welcome. There they are.
Hello, it's Rhodey.
Now we're all here.
Wait, what about Ira? Where's Ira?
Evil era.
Yeah. Vielra.
Evil era is the like not the final boss, but like the super boss that you can fight at the end of the game to get the good ending, where you go back in time and stop anything from happening.
I wouldn't be surprised with this campaign if that actually could happen.
Can't. Come on now.
Baz isn't here. Or Jax isn't here, rather, sorry.
Rewrite all
So
the
we can't.
rules to allow it.
Yeah. Jackson,
Rules are
Jack's
important.
A lot. It's like Shockshy isn't here.
Yeah, but the writ
got
is
rid
the
of-
rules, and the writ can be rewritten, so...
You
Oh,
can't
no.
rewrite the writ to say that Jax doesn't get to play his character anymore.
Jax. We killed Jax, man, last campaign.
Yeah, I just wanted you guys to know that my voice is not doing great.
Wow,
Okay.
ASMR
Okay.
Roadie.
Your voice was louder than it was normally.
Yeah, I had to lower it, but I guess it's because the mic's closer or something.
Yeah.
Much more sensual.
I don't know about how I feel about that being described.
Sorry.
The D&D ASMR experience.
Our
My
fans are
throat
gonna.
is fucked up. Wow, I love this. Thank you, Tim.
Just say you put on your wizard hat.
This is gonna be a very
I put on my robe
controversial
and wizard tap. Wait,
episode in the fandom.
Yo, multi-classing, let's go. It's locked in.
Wait, what if we
fantasy.
all just went wizard next level? Like every single one of us.
It would be
In
very
honor of
bad.
Era. That would be
Um,
great.
I was just reading about the Eldritch Knight class, and I thought that it would be interesting to spec Cal in that subclass. Thought that sounded really interesting.
I
What if we
Um,
all went Eldritch Knight next time?
I actually have a rework that I want to do for 5e that will never happen, but if they ever let me do it, then and the rework is I want to make it such that you can freely multi-class archetypes while keeping the same general class progression.
That does sound hard to do.
I don't know if
And
that's
possibly
possible.
horribly broken.
I know you can't do it right now. That's why I'm saying, like, if they ever make 6th edition D&D, that's what I want for 6th
How-
edition.
How
You
would
could do
that?
that in
so
Pathfinder, couldn't you?
Would you take 3 levels of first level fighter then?
Not technically, no.
No, you can't do it in Pathfinder. You can't do it in Pathfinder 2 as far as I'm aware, unless they've changed it since I've last looked.
Oh
Man, I have the Pathfinder 2 book hardcover, and this thing is heavy.
I thought I might be wrong, but I thought in Pathfinder 1 it was like if you have 2 archetypes and they don't replace the same things, you could be both. I think I might be wrong.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
I guess if they're completely, yeah, they replace completely different.
Oh, there's my scissors. Finally found them.
Yo, how do you roll scissors?
It's roll /R
We're just playing rock.
SCI
Yo, you can roll fate dice.
SSOR.
Like rock, paper, scissors.
You roll fate dice. Let's go. I rolled a 0. It's the expected result.
Never played Fate. I spent a lot of time reading the documentation though.
It's okay. I played it for a while. This is fine. It has a significant problem, which is that Fate doesn't do any vertical progression. So you just keep like adding stuff. Like technically you can level up the skills in Fate, or I don't remember what they're called exactly. But it's really hard to get like character progression where you feel like you're getting better at one thing because you start off as really good at everything in Fate.
Big fate.
I did like that let you choose your character's skills. It wasn't like a pre-list of skills, but if you like played Batman, you'd probably have like a grappling skill.
Yeah, I feel like Fate is more of a framework to make a game rather than a game in of itself. It's like if you run the game like bare bones, it doesn't work very well.
Right.
It's a little bit too generic. It really wants you to like go in and change all the skills and all the stunts and everything. But anyways, I'm gonna play a recap in 5, 4, 3, 2. Everyone, welcome back to Slaypool. Where we last left off, the Rising were reunited with their captain at long last. The beloved Happy Fizzlebang was behind the door, with Shadepool and Slaypool merged into one. The room to the Azure was open for Isaac, and the entire Rising was able to converse with Alex for the first time. It was there that Alex reiterated his vendetta against the Conclave and warned of his fear of what the Preacher was planning, further showing his disdain for the warped goals and ideology of the other aspects, and affirmed his desire to protect the Rising. Isaac asked if Alex was willing to become the Writ, something that Alex was not opposed to, but found practically difficult. Vanari gave her testament, a world based off the ideology of Alex without necessarily forcing worship. After all was said and done, the group left to explore towards the base of the Resistance. Happy explained that Corey had used Wielder's workshop as a front, creating a massive underground complex with the help of the Resistance, where the workshop was meant to be set up hidden from sight. As they headed towards there, however, they found a disheartened Saga mindlessly slaying the art patrol he could find. The group soaked the Saga, with all but Wielder expressing a forgiveness towards him and a desire to reconcile. Saga expressed doubt in the ability to fight against fate, seeing the brunt of her power firsthand, and explaining that his people were in danger of being harmed by the Conclave support network. But the group countered by pointing out the villainous acts of Fate. As they seemed to break through his indecision, Fate retaliated using some sort of power to take control of the moon, as Jock robbed in his inner sanctum, and tried to burn Saga with an unholy flame. Kalsevere countered using their ability to control the waters of the array, and Isaac used his newfound connection to the goddess Elise to cast Resilient Sphere, protecting Saga from the outside influence, as Kalsevere protected him inside the sphere. Fate flew into an enraged tirade upon seeing this, insisting she had already won before hastily disappearing, and then grew silent. The Rising had reunited with Saga in the Canvas world, and Happy knew where Sovereign's body is. Hooray! He's done it.
You did it. Was there a part of that you had to re-record? It was like 2 words or something.
Congration.
It was like
Uh,
the drop
like-
Rob interjection, I think.
I gotta keep it real, everyone. This was not a good recap to record. My voice is better now, but this morning it was rough.
Yeah, I understand that. I haven't eaten anything today, so I'm in the same boat.
You could try eating your table. I heard humans can digest wood pulp.
I have heard that.
You know, people are saying this.
Many people are saying it.
Sometimes when I'm bored and I'm like, I'll make a soup and I'll put sawdust in it.
Yo, you know what that is? That's free filler. And guess what? 0 calories. Sawdust is 0 calories, everybody.
That's only in America. It just rounds down per serving. If you go and inspect the actual value of wood pulp over the number of servings that they say is in your homemade soup, it's going to be very different. You'll be very surprised.
Before we begin the D&D game, the very serious D&D game, I'd like to read a thread by Bert Hutz from the MyFitnessPal discussion community, and a topic entitled Eating Sawdust. Bert Hutz writes, has anyone eaten sawdust as part of their weight loss?
This cut out for me. Oh, I'm lagging. Well, I guess the stream's not going to hear this lovely story, as Discord is literally just dying on. That's very cool. It's a great piece of software, and there it goes. Hello?
Come on now, you can joke about anything, but
Oh.
don't joke about sawdust. What the hell is going on in this thread? There's 2 pages of this.
It
This
sounds
sounds
like
the
a
same
Yankee
as a
shit posting.
This is the same as a ketogenic diet.
I missed like that entire story because Discord just died. The app.
Oh, let me tell it to you, but worse.
Oh, good.
So there's a man on a forum who says they eat sawdust because it has pretty much 0 calories and it's high in fiber. And then the rest of them are making fun of him in convoluted ways.
Nice.
One of them eats paper, which is worse because it's processed, which I think is just good. That's a good take.
I'm slicing a bagel. I'm slicing a bagel.
People joke, but if you eat shredded cheese that comes in a bag, you're eating this stuff. The fucking conspiracy theories are out. Shredded cheese is just sawdust.
Not just sawdust. It has at least some percentage of cheese. But you shouldn't
Yeah.
eat shredded cheese.
Hey, what do you guys think of making the boat that denotes the rising smaller on the map so that we can, so that it's easier for me to tell more specifically where we are within a hex?
I
I
can
feel
do
like
that.
maybe the answer is it's not that specific and we're just in this general area.
Yeah, in theory, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I think the rule is we're not in a specific area. We're within a hex.
Generally, this is just done to be a vague indicator of space, but I can make the token smaller if it's getting in the way. So I actually can't. It doesn't allow me. I've reached a limit.
Really?
Enter a
This is our
valid
final
value.
form.
Okay. So I'm gonna do. It says I can't do 0.25. That's illegal. So I'm gonna go 0.2, which is legal, and it doesn't let me do that. So we've reached a limit, I guess. This is as small as it gets.
Okay, so we just saved Saga. Good work, team.
We did.
I shake Angie's hand. I'm like,
Okay, I reach over
powers
Saga's shoulder.
combined.
Is he still crying into me, or is he like? Is he gonna be
No.
done with that at some point?
He's done with that. At this point, he's just kind of drying off by this nearby convenient fire.
You would think he wouldn't want to dry off after being on fire, but you know.
He's just warming up. It's cold out here. He was put out and then put out specifically by a bunch of water being put on him.
Man really can't make up whether it's his mind whether he wants to be on fire or on wet.
He wants to be
Can't
on
do-
norm. He wants to be on not fire, but also not wet. There's a middle ground. The truth is somewhere in the middle here.
He's an enlightened centrist.
Oh, I see horseshoe theory.
The only horseshoe theory is Briere's true form. Am I right, gamers?
No, we
Okay.
killed him, so he doesn't have that form anymore.
Rear's just a willing prisoner for now.
Well, Fate's probably already broken him out.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the Bronze Gauntlet and everyone's dead.
Yeah,
Well, it could be worse.
it could be everyone in the resistance too.
Could be even worse than that.
How could it be worse than that? Oh, we could be dead. That's the one.
There you go. See, always look on the bright side of things.
At least
Are
we're
we
Okay.
not
dead right
dead.
now?
No.
What makes you think? You were saying something about Saga before I interrupted you. rudely?
Saga is just warming up by this fire here.
Oh.
If only we had a cantrip that would, dry someone off.
I can't cast it yet. I'm not allowed to cast Elise's cantrips.
Yeah, I can't cast Elise's cantrips, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that either. Unless Thaumaturgy can do it, but I don't think so. Nope.
You can put out the fire. If you wanted to like make him upset and make him go evil again. Like seriously, this dude is one bad day.
Can I
You can set 'em on
inspect
fire
the
again.
strength score of the wetness?
Everyone, welcome to the Saga fire arc where no one wants to do anything and they just watch Saga dry off by this fire.
Well, we need Happy to take us to HQ.
Yeah. We were
I'm
already
gonna-
on their way.
Kind of feeling that plan.
Because we are blatantly assuming that the resistance is going to be on our side.
I mean,
Safe
Happy just
assumption,
came from
but-
there.
It's holed up in my old workshop. That's gotta mean something.
It could be like an iron thing, but also Happy just came from there and said that they're on our side. So
Yeah.
That's true. And Happy is our friend after all. We can trust Happy.
Who totally isn't going to betray us in the end.
when we get there, try to remember that Isaac is dead. And, be sad about it.
You're asking us to betray everyone? Or lie to everyone before you?
Yes. Isaac is dead. I haven't changed away from this form, and I'm not going to. Not until
Then yes,
Fate
essentially
and
he is
Percy
dead.
are both gone.
just as Wielder's old self is no longer a thing?
Sure, I mean, think of it that way if you want.
Therefore, we're not lying. Technically correct. The best kind of correct. So Happy, which way to HQ? And Saga, are you good to go?
Give him a
Saga
second. It's warming
nods.
up by the fire.
To be clear, Saga, you're not gonna try and like kill everyone in the resistance, are you?
Oh, that'd be a good one.
You were kind of
No.
smashing up, you know, the guards.
These are monsters, they're not gods.
I mean, monsters can do good things, as we've seen in Bronze Gauntlet lately, and
Saga reaches over to one of them and pops its head off and then opens the helmet, and you can see inside is just rotting Naxonchi.
Ugh.
well, yes, true. It's
Like he's
dead.
infected by it?
No, the art patrol is made out of rotting Naxonchi,
Oh.
remember?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about Saga.
Oh, no, he doesn't pop his own head off. Come on.
Yeah. I thought you said helmet.
Yeah, the helmet of the guard that he
Okay.
took out.
You know, they were protecting everyone here, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
they could have been, but I don't trust them, as far as I could throw them. We've seen what happens when we let them get away with things.
True.
Capcree, that is.
Happy, do you know if the resistance is going to be able to step in and secure the area? Because we're going to be wide open for a while.
We should probably go to the HQ first, and then we can probably better figure that
Evaluate.
out.
All right, so I've discussed this with the group, but this is going to be for everybody. You're going to have a sort of room to yourself. Have you thought about what your room would look like?
Yes.
Hooray.
I mean, I posted
We
it
are-
when
Yeah.
you asked, so.
We're going to go to the world map here because we're going to define this narratively, as I don't want to actually create all the rooms for the sprawling underground base. But essentially, this is a series of corridors that goes underneath Allen Tree and the Resistance headquarters and everything. Basically, they've co-opted the sewer system that you're also familiar with, and they have built it out into an actual base. They've carved out areas. They've removed the sewage functionality of it and just created actually a pretty nice place for everyone to hide out in. And it's there that you notice that's where a lot of people are as you head down into it. The majority of the people that you've seen in Allen Tree are mostly just cowering behind the guards and hiding up and waiting for this all to end. But in the Resistance, there's a little bit more activity, more life, as if they're somehow convinced that they can win this battle.
30.9 miles. I'm showing that on my screen, but it is.
Pretty big. So, in this base, there is this sprawling underground complex. There is the original workshop that you enter in through Wielders.
Yeah,
And-
what is that like?
It's a very faithful recreation of the Waterside Guild.
Okay.
However,
And
it
the
very
entrance to
ambitious.
the underground is through the hatch?
exactly, yes.
Okay.
However, the main difference is it doesn't use the Waterside Guild branding, and there's more silver used throughout.
Alright.
So in this place, we are going to have access to various small shops that you can find things in. You have, of course, your own rooms, and you can also meet with people that are in the Resistance. In particular, we know that Happy has brought Sovereign's body down here. We can assume that Milo would be here. But other than that, there's not too many people.
I want to find Cody.
Corey or Cody?
Cordy. The one I left behind with this.
Cody.
Cody.
Alright, so you find Corey.
Cody.
Cody
Now I
in
don't
the
know which
house.
one it is.
It's
It's
Corey.
Corey.
Cori.
Okay.
Jazz is trolling in the chat again. Mods?
Mods.
Alright, so Wilder, you're going there. Is everyone going with Wilder, or are we splitting the party in this safe area?
I'll go with. That's fine. I want to see.
Yeah, I'll go with them.
Alright. Corey is quite happy to see all of you. As he turns around, he's actually been informed. As soon as you guys go down the hatch, someone notices immediately and goes running off to tell Corey. And you actually get directions from a nearby person walking by. A character by the name of Important. You might be familiar with them. Anyways, they direct you to Corey.
Sound important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go up to Corey and I'll say, this is a lot bigger than the last time I remember it. Good work.
Corey looks up at you and he's grown up. He is no longer like the boy that you've seen. He's actually like quite muscular now from all the work in the shops.
Yeah.
And he's grown into a man. Yeah, I did what I can. What do you think?
I mean, a lot more headroom. This is... How do you dig out such a huge area?
Well, we had a few ideas. Namely, and here's our best one. And he takes out an explosive. So we found out how to get Hexworth, and we just... Well, we made a lot of it. Mercury Mortar can't hide the secret from us for too long.
Wow.
Well, Milo is the one who did most of the work. Honestly, I just helped with the design. Once we had mining explosives, it was easy to dig this place out.
Milo is the researcher at Mercury Mortar? Where am I
Milo
thinking?
is a master thief that knows Happy and Isaac.
Oh, yeah. Him, okay.
Basically, they stole some experimental explosive technology from Capcree.
So, you got this whole place set up over the last couple of years, and then turned it into a giant underground base.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of monsters up there, so I figured we'd go down here and we'd be safe.
Smart thinking.
Alright,
Is my
so
stuff still here?
yeah, your stuff is there, and Corey is about to explain this. So I gave all you guys your rooms. I figured you'd want, like, a place to call home, what with everything else being destroyed. I tried to make it as best as I can based off what I know you for, but, you know, I don't really know you all that well, so I might have made a few mistakes. I don't know, it was just my way of having a home for you to welcome back to, or something.
How long have you known we were back?
I didn't, that's the thing. I just knew you'd be back somehow.
I don't remember. I think I did send a sending to him at some point when we got back.
Yeah, you sent a sending off to him.
Well, that
but-
wasn't, you know, it was weeks, not enough time to do a whole bunch of rooms, probably.
Mhm.
He just had faith that we'd come back.
I mean, you guys beat Caesar. You can beat anyone, right? I mean, more
Pretty much.
realistically, I talked to the people that know you all, and from everything that I heard, you would just go into places at a certain death and then come out like nothing happened, so I figure this is just par for the course. I mean, hell, you walked right into the Swallowed City and walked right back out. No one else has done that before, right? So, Yeah,
We-
I knew you would be coming back.
Did we go into the Swallowed City?
We did. That's where we met the preacher's giants. There's like 2 of them.
That's right.
And then we retreated out and went, yeah, alright, that's enough of that. Now the Swallow City's like fucking way bigger, so
Yeah.
different time.
Yeah, well, I had a little bit of foreknowledge. I mean, you did send me the Sentinel, and then Happy came by. I was really impressed with the way that you and Milo got into the Conclave and out like it was nothing, by the way, Happy. Good job on that. We still haven't found a cleric that can revive Sovereign, but keep looking. We'll find one.
Can't you do it, Ponari?
He's been gone for too long at this point for me.
Oh, well, we just need to get a cleric.
Yeah, well, given the state of the world, they're not exactly popular.
We just head to the Conclave. There's a whole bunch of clerics there. Not all of them are sympathetic to Fate's cause.
He looks at Saga the entire time this is happening. Corey, is trying to be, really polite, and he's happy you guys are there, but it's tempered by seeing Saga. Yeah, I mean, the Episcopacies are some real fuckheads. Then he looks over at Bonari and gives you a smile.
Oh.
Weekly smile back.
By the way, this is Saga. He's not evil anymore.
Mm.
Saga, this is Corey. Corey's also not evil.
Saga looks away from Corey and just looks at the ground.
We've all done regrettable things, and we're working towards fixing them. So let's not have too much bad blood.
Well, ain't that nice to think about, ain't it? Listen, you don't need to hear me complain about things. You've been through enough.
Well, if
How
there's
about we
anything-
throw a feast for you guys? How about that?
That sounds great.
You've been through a lot. I mean, you deserve to have a little bit of a time off, some sort of vacation, even if just for a day.
And if there's anything you need help with, let us know.
Absolutely. I don't really need help aside from finding a cleric. If you can find one, that would really help us out. Other than that, we have more or less what we need here. I mean, we have combined all the resources of the city. Well, there are a few things that we can't really do on our own. I can let you know about them, but don't go out of your way. I mean, you guys have to fix whatever the hell's going on right now.
Well, we can tell you our plans. We've killed or neutralized everybody to the east of us, and we're kind of on the west side of the island. So we're gonna go north and wrap around and kill everybody there.
All right.
So-
So we've taken out Percy then and the preacher.
No.
That's a good start.
Oh, Preacher we're probably gonna do last, and Percy everybody likes for some reason.
Well, at
he
least
does seem
Percy
really
is,
killable,
you know, amenable right now. And he's keeping Preacher in check, which is the most important thing. And Fate has also been battling him, so if we tip those scales too early, then we might just screw ourselves.
Percy's super insane though.
Yeah, I've heard. He uses people like they're disposable these days. It's how he gets his success, but resources can't hold out that way. Eventually he's going to run out of people willing to die for him. Well, that's a very pleasant way to start this feast. Aside from that, you're planning to go north? Well, along the way, there's that monkey that you guys saved or whatever. He's taken over a large part of the forest there. Calls it Plaguebringer Sprite. Guy's implaceable. No one's been able to push him out of there, and he attacks anyone that comes by. Might be good trying to talk him down or have him on our
Yeah.
side or something like that.
He
I don't think
owes
I'm-
us.
Other than that, there's a few things up in the plains. Azrael's watching over the situation. The Platinum Grimoire, I'm sure you know, but they turned real traitorous real fast. Same with the Shield. I mean, honestly, who hasn't turned on us at this point, right? But what's important is you guys are here. And the Bronze Gauntlet's actually been kind of helpful, so we got that too.
Well, you might be happy to know that the air patrol in the area are no longer functional.
Well, that's nice until Fate or AIM finds out about that. Then we got a new problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
so,
at least Tvar didn't try to press his territory or anything like that.
we've taken Tavar's aspect.
Oh,
Oh, it was cool. We had a duel on a rooftop in the rain at night. It was very thematic.
that does sound like something you read in a fantasy story.
But we're gonna have to round up the air patrol and do something with them. I can exert some weak control over them, but if another aspect walks along like Fate,
I mean, I am literally an officer in the Capri army. I'm sure I can also command some of them.
Yeah, that's true, Angie, but I mean, you gotta keep in mind, right? These aren't like people, they're monsters wearing people's uniforms, so.
yeah, well, we're not even sure how much sentience they have per se. They seem to be able to talk and communicate, and of course follow orders and that kind of thing.
Well, that's a good start. So, as for what we can do right now, we don't have the most resources available to us, but we'll try to help however we can. What do you guys need? Do you need a boat? We can get you one of those. If you don't have one, that is.
We have one actually.
Oh, great. Well, that's one less thing we have to worry about. We got provisions.
Yeah, rations
And-
and stuff would definitely be useful.
Corey, at this point, actually motions for Wielder to come over and kind of steps aside. Sorry, I just bit of a private conversation with my mentor.
Yeah, what's up?
Are we really just letting Saga back in here?
For now, yes. I'm not exactly happy about it either, but it's better for us to have him on our side than have him be dead. So, I'm just going along with it for now.
Alright. Now let's pretend that we're talking about some science stuff so that they don't get suspicious.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got some stuff I wanted to talk to you about anyways. We can just talk about that. Did you find a weirdly made halberd head while you were moving stuff around?
Yeah, I didn't know what you were doing with that, so I put it in your room.
Okay, excellent. I wanted to make sure that's there. I've been meaning to make that for Cal.
Alright, this brings us to the next thing that I wanted to discuss. Unless you have anything more that you'd like to talk. I'd like to
Okay.
get you guys to your rooms so that you can have a proper night's sleep.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've slept in a real bed, so...
Yeah, you guys could really use that well-rested inspiration, could you?
Mm.
Yeah. Pretty inspiring.
So
to
we're going to be here
sleep in
for
a
a
bed.
couple days then?
A little
What do you
bit,
guys
yeah.
think?
I think that'd be best for you guys and for everyone here, too. Just seeing that you guys are all back.
We'll have to see if we can get a lead on a cleric. Otherwise, we'll have to head to the conclave and, you know, hijack some clerics.
Well,
Yeah.
having a few days to do some crafting would be good. I think I could get both things done for Cal in that time.
There's definitely lots of cleanup we have to do, and we need to inform important people of everything we know. And
Yeah, we also need just to get info from everyone else here. You know, I'm sure Corey doesn't know everything.
Who exactly is in charge here at the Resistance?
Milo is for the most part. The various Mafia members, the Mafia part is sort of gone by the wayside. They've just taken up leadership roles. Some people have problems with it, but I'm also one of the members of the council. There's 4 of us in total.
You, Milo, probably the Ambrose family?
Yep.
And the other ones I can't remember.
Hey, that's alright. I don't expect you to remember Mafia guy from like episode 4.
Yeah. I probably haven't written down, but... Or maybe
Yeah,
not.
that guy's there too. Everyone's favorite guy from episode 2. And then we've been getting a little bit of help from Brass, but other than that, for the most part, it's just the people. You know what I mean?
No, the brass? What do you mean the brass?
Brass Hammerit.
Wait, that scary guy?
Yeah.
I heard about him.
You fought with Bryce, remember? He helped you break Cal out of prison that
He
Tim
helped
had.
Isaac break Cal out of prison. Angie doesn't know him.
Oh yeah, fair.
Hardcore role playing.
And then some guy came by a while back. His name's Whisker. He's a dangerous, dangerous person. We don't really like talking to him for the most part, but we give him jobs and he does them. So
Where's he
maybe his heart's
from?
in the right place. Says he came from the jungle. I don't know any damn jungle near here, so he must have came a long way to find it.
I recognize the name, but I'm blanking on who it is.
I
Whisker is out of character. Whisker is that mercenary from the first arc that Isaac and Happy know. We sold the Rat King's head to for like 5 gold.
Wow,
And it
that was
goes,
early.
jeez.
it goes even further than that. That guy later appeared in Jock Rob's jungle.
Did we see him there?
Yep, anyone in Team Jailbreak. He was one of the boots there.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
in jail. Okay.
He was.
Oh
he
yeah, he was
owes
one of
us.
the like enforcers, wasn't he?
He used to be, but then he got kicked out for
Right.
being too ambitious and pissing off Jock Rob.
He was like a big asshole, right? He'd like start fighting sword and I forgot what
Yep.
he did. Yeah.
This entire session is like, remember this guy from a year ago?
Yeah. It's totally not important person, but
These characters are. Yo, that's a 2. That's
sorry,
really
every
good for
life is
Faith
equally important. You're right. A 2 on
Yeah.
Fate does. Wow.
Well, other than that, there's one ally that I think that you should know about. You may be able to find him. You remember Sordus Meadows? Well, it's kind of just a plain at this point now. I'm gonna go ahead and pop
Yeah.
a fake Saga here, but this is not Saga.
Where's Sordus Plains?
Northeast.
Oh, there we go. I found it.
Well, there's a guy there, goes by the name of Red. He's considered the hero of the plains. Just been fighting anybody.
Red.
Yeah, no one really knows much about him, but he comes in, saves people, and then disappears.
Do you know what he looks like?
Well, that's the thing, is that he's got this this mask on. Looks like, honestly, it looks pretty shitty. He reaches out in his sketchbook and he takes like a sketch of this guy, and you see a person that's wearing like a helmet, like a full face covering helmet with like red horsehair, but he's covered the helmet in this bright red scarf to the point where it like blocks the majority of the lower part of the helmet. He's wearing full plate mail, and he has a red cape that matches the scarf.
So he doesn't look like Ash Ketchum.
No.
He
Pokemon
does look
protagonist,
like
red.
some kind of anime protagonist hero.
Can I roll knowledge? Do I know a red? I knew a lot of people before Isaac died.
I'm afraid this is impossible to know in this
Okay.
particular case. Yeah, he just came out of nowhere and started saving people. Might be good to have on our side, but he's hard to find, and he's too far north. We can't actually get people out there. But if you're headed north, you might want to look for him.
Worth a try? We go by the area?
Alright, now with that said, it's time for your feast, everybody.
You prepared it already?
No, you're gonna have to rest in your rooms a little bit. Well, you'll get to take off these clothes, take a nice long shower or bath. It's pretty good. I imagine you haven't had like a proper chance to relax in quite some time.
No.
I mean, I slept pretty well
Really
on the
haven't.
Azure.
Where is my notebook?
I cannot believe that you talked down the entire group there. That was really cool.
Both encounters.
As this is happening, Saga has just walking away, just very slowly.
Where's he going?
He's not leaving, he's just backing out of this area. Like, he's still in the area, but he's just shuffling away so he's not in, like, the main conversation type of thing. You notice this because you've got this eye cloak, which lets you see behind you.
This
You can see him shuffling around and just, like, backing away from the convo.
Can I insight that?
You certainly can. It is blatantly obvious to you that feels like he shouldn't be here.
Hmm. Hmm. He's not technically wrong on that, but I should probably make him make him feel welcome. But I'm also don't want to. Ori, what about a room for Saga? Is there somewhere he can stay?
Huh? Him? I think we have a guest room or something like that. Hang on, let me ask someone.
Anything
Hey,
like
you!
relatively near
Hey.
ours?
Also, like me, because... Hello, I'm new here. I assume you didn't make some custom handcrafted room for me?
No, I did make a room for you, Angie, but I didn't put a lot of effort into it. I didn't know if you were going to make it. You know what I mean?
I
Not
guess.
to
I am
not to be
easily
rude or
killed.
anything, but as far as I could tell, you were just like a low-ranking Capri officer with a heart of gold. So I didn't think you could do like these superhuman feats like the Rising could.
Well, it's pretty easy, right? You just, stab anything that needs to be stabbed.
As you say this, like the guy that was being called over by Corey just looks at you saying that, and he's just, what?
Don't worry, it's a saying because he usually shoots people, not stabs them.
Okay. What do you want, Core? Yeah, I'm thinking that we need to get a room for Saga. Do you know if we got like a spare room or anything? Don't need to be fancy. It's Saga's room.
You should probably make it befitting of, his rank in the Stonewall.
I think it could just be something simple.
Guy thinks for a bit. Yeah, Core, I got a room. Here, Saga, come this way.
You're not gonna like give him the bathroom or something out of
Can
like
I-
some weird retribution.
We got this super powerful guy we're
insight
scared of.
that
Let's
guy?
piss him off by giving him the shittiest room possible.
Can I insight that guy that's about to take him away?
You can.
Oh, great.
What are you inciting for?
Is he up to something? Like, because I thought I picked up, like, he's like, yeah, I got a spot for him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He doesn't think
The
dumb
fact
and
that you're
dies. It's
asking
his
that
fault.
probably means it's not, but I'll roll.
I'm just
anyways.
wondering. Because, roll insight. What are you rolling insight on?
I'm not even gonna give myself flash of genius.
It's like a normal guy. Chalant way of doing.
Okay.
In the shop, it's just like the guy who does whatever he's told to do, basically.
All right.
Minimal effort, but gets the job done. That's the kind of vibe you're getting from this guy.
Fair enough.
Corey, at this point, watches as they go down the hall, and then at this point, he turns to you, Angie, and addresses you. No, we're not going to do anything like that. I won't hide it around here. I believe hiding your emotions is something that I used to do, and it's something that I won't do anymore. I don't like Saga, and I don't trust Saga. But if you do, then I'll trust him for you. You, of course, being the Rising as a whole. If you think
Yeah.
he's turned a new leaf, then, well,
Well-
I guess he probably has.
Fate did try to strike him down right in front of us, so
That's what that moon shit
That-
was about?
That is true.
Man, I didn't know what the hell she was saying. It was all muffled, but I just saw face, and she was saying some weird shit. Man, she was talking to you guys?
he
You
sure
set him on
was.
Yeah.
fire.
Damn.
He would rather kill him than let him join us.
Damn. Maybe I misjudged the guy. Oh my god.
I mean,
Well,
did Saga? I know he killed Sovereign, but we're working on that. Did Saga kill anyone else?
no, it's not that. It's when he signed with Fate. The way he went around to our community in Ellentree, tried to get a hold of the Resistance, and tried to convince everyone to lay our weapons down and go with the flow. She'd protect us all on the island, and the chosen ones would be allowed to survive in paradise or whatever. It gave us all a real bad vibe, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
maybe he had our best intentions in mind, I don't know, but guy like me, I'm not gonna go down without a fight. I'm not surrendering. I can promise you that.
Glad to hear that. Don't need anyone else falling to despair.
Hell, I fell into despair one time before. Not gonna do it again. He pats you on the shoulder, Angie. Hey, you're a war hero. Keep your head up.
Okay. I'll pat him on the shoulder too.
Hell yeah. I know things have been rough, but you guys are a symbol of hope for everyone. You were for me. In times like these, more than ever, we need you to stick out your chest a little bit and smile, even if you don't have much to smile about. That's the burden of being a hero, I guess. I'll try to make amends with Saga. It's clearly bothering you.
That's understandable.
Don't worry, things take time, but I'm sure you'll come around. And he'll come around too. It's gonna be just as awkward for him as it is for everyone else.
Well, a lot of this apology and forgiveness is contingent on us reviving Sovereign. It's not me he needs to apologize to. Shall I show you guys to your rooms? I did a real good job of them, I want to say.
Sure.
Great. So Corey takes you to your room, Angie, first, as it's the closest. It's like a very generic room. There's a bed with white sheets on it. There's a table. It has a candle on it. You do get a light in your room. There's a bookshelf. There's some generic books that have been kept there. And there's a treasure chest. There's a padlock above it.
Mm.
You can leave your stuff in the treasure chest.
Is there anything in the treasure chests?
You look inside and there's like a scented, like a treasure chest freshener.
I'm looting it. I'm putting it in my inventory.
All right, your inventory now smells like pine.
Oh my god, I have to... Oh, I'd like to see where everyone's staying, so I'll remember where this is. Thank you so much, Corey. I'll see where everyone goes so that, you know, if something happens, I know how to link back up.
Wielder, what does your room look like?
It is very simple. It's basic. It looks a lot like what was under the hatch at the old workshop, but more. It's taller.
Don't need to slouch over anymore.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
So
I
yeah,
think-
that means
I think
No
Corey
bed.
would have tried to excavate like as much as possible from like your room in the Waterside Guild.
yeah. But yeah, so like, yeah, there's like wooden boxes and stuff with, you know, just bits and stuff in it. No bed. Concrete floor or stone floor. It's excavated out.
We have a flashback to everyone just looking at Corey weird as he insists, like, no, it must be a stone floor. No, keep the storage inside the room. Don't make another room for the storage. It must be in the room.
What?
He knows you too well.
Like, what the fuck? Is he just being lazy and he just wants to, like... Well, he's just saying we'll just carve out a hole in the rock and call it a room?
No, we are not replacing the furnace. We gotta use the furnace from the old place. I don't care if it's 20 years old.
It's like... And then Wielder's like, he walks in and he thinks, oh man, they could have replaced that if they wanted to.
It's nostalgic.
Alright. So he takes you to this room here. The room, by the way, has your name written above it. Like, it has its own custom door. Then he takes you to Happy's room. Happy, what does your room look like?
Good question. I have no real ideas. You said you had something in mind for everyone, like a vaguely.
Yeah, I have a vague idea what it could be like.
May I hear that?
Okay. When you get to your room, it is a very, very, very small room. The only thing in the room is a fireplace.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's perfect. Yeah,
I couldn't exactly think of what to do with your room, so I pulled some strings, talked to Milo, and he pulls one of the bricks and then like sprinkles some salt around the entrance, claps his hands 3 times, and a portal to the Feywild opens up.
Yes, sir. That's perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
I got a new
Alright.
entrance built for you.
Thank you. This is perfect. You didn't have to go through this much trouble. And I shake Corey's, extend my hand out to shake his hand.
He grabs it and then pulls you in for a hug. It's the least I could do.
Was that a feather step portal?
Yeah.
Yep.
You built one here? Intentionally?
Yep. Yes, sir. It was hard to
That's
figure out how to do,
impressive.
but Milo has an in with the magpie, and the magpie was willing to do it for you specifically.
Ah, that makes sense.
That's both awesome and terrifying.
I mean, he worked for the magpie. Like, It's not too unreasonable for him to go out there. Rody, if you'd like to type yours, you can. Otherwise,
It was the ASMR description of your room.
it's up to you. What would you rather do?
So I have one major question about mine.
Okay.
So I was wondering about Ariane. I was thinking they're probably not 100% time is at the stone wall in the 2 years that we've been gone. I was thinking that either they're also or primarily hanging out with the Resistance, or possibly they fled Slaypool in general to go be somewhere else in the world that's less terrifying. Mostly, though, I think that at some point, probably they did get in contact with Corey to see if they could offer their services with other parts of this major issues that are happening in this part of the world. And I was wondering if you had any takes on whether Corey learned stuff about Cal from Ariane.
I think Corey would like non-stop ask about members of the Rising to everyone that knew the Rising. So he would have definitely asked Ariane. One thing that we've established, however, is that Ariane is in the north of Slaypool here. This area is called the Broodvar Outpost. Essentially, it's the part, like the northernmost part of Zalgrab where the Broodvar mansion was. They used it as a defensive fortification earlier, and then Ariane over time slowly had a militia set up. And then when everything went to hell, Ariane just sort of like accidentally inherited this militia.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think probably, especially before things went to shit, they probably did keep in contact to some extent. Like, Corey was not the top of Ariane's priorities, but also Corey could get the most concrete information about one of the members of the Rising from Ariane. So probably that makes sense to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, cool. So here's what I got. The room is, like, this stuff is sort of retrofitted to fit into that room. But some of the resources for doing this, have also probably been offered, from the house because of the nature of, the decorations, aligning with their own goals and, training. So I think that there's a mural painted across the ceiling based on Hamishorim worship, referencing a story about a tower and a cursed dire rat. In the corner is a small fountain with an expensive enchantment, usually limited to temples, which causes the water to cycle through and also remain perfectly clean. This kind of fountain is used for rituals by priests, especially before worship services are offered to the public. And Cal would be familiar with some of the rituals that would be performed that use a fountain like this. There would be along one of the walls, probably across a collection of bookshelves and also glass door cabinets, would be some mementos from individuals who Cal was able to directly help and who were able to get their feet under them after the large explosion in northern Slaypool. Probably one of these things is a collection of newspaper snippets and some sort of work of art, like a coat of arms or something, from how the experience was shaped by the contributions of people like Kalsevere, and how the city was able to recover through their leadership. Also, Ariane provided some souvenirs of their own from the outpost or from Cal's room, and probably including some sort of training dummy or like worship stool or something that had been part of the estate for their entire stay there. Other than that, most of the accommodations are fairly nice. One of them is a yak pillow with a nice silk cover, possibly the same pillow from the Three Bridges.
So, a few questions here. The first question is, do you feel homesick upon seeing all this?
Yeah, it does come into stark relief immediately that, this clearly had a lot of work put into it, is kind of the first thought, and somebody paid attention to the details of, that's a story that really had a lot of resonance to me. And so, because there was so much work put into it, and there was so much, this has been going on for a while, that Hammy Shoreham has changed without me. It's not just Slaypool that's been affected. And this is probably one of the first moments where Cal is kind of thinking beyond themselves and trying to sleep through the night and thinking about how all of their family has been affected. Yeah, I would say so.
All right. And then, how much of this do you think Ariane did for Cal? Or how much was just offhand, and then Corey takes the details?
I think specifically the fountain, Ariane is very specifically no, the house will help with that. I think that contribution is Corey doesn't get why that's important, I'm guessing, and so I think that the sort of ritualistic parts are contributed there. But I can see Corey seeing the mural as being more flashy and overt and more associated with the character of the individual. So I think Corey kind of did that part and did a lot of the footwork of putting together the mementos and storing and arranging a lot of the things that came in, as well as putting together the newspaper clippings and stuff like that.
All right.
So mostly Corey in terms of the footwork, but Ariane contributed their thoughts and also a couple of specific objects.
All right. That is Calsevir's room, everybody. Vonari, what is your room like?
Corey would probably try to at least do engravings and stuff befit of nobility, because he would probably know that I'm at least lesser noble. And it would have some of the small things from my little room that was attached to the church. So there'd be sewing implements for weaving and that kind of thing, sitting on a small wooden desk, which really looks out of place compared to the rest of the stuff, which is nicer, but would be sentimental value. And inside the drawer of the desk would be what was it? It was a small locket and keyring. You'd notice that there's probably 2 plants, which Renara would mark that they're actually quite a bit larger than she last saw them. They're pots of awakening, because I don't think Xavier would have kept them in the church, and the residents would have poached them. So hanging on the walls would be the banners that Renara used to make. So there's one for Alex's symbol, there's one for the stone wall, one for when we defeated the Rat King, and one for we defeated the guy in the sewers. I can put it in the Faith Images, I think. So those would be hung up as well. There'd probably be a small little shrine or something to Alex as well. But otherwise, just a nice bed, and everything is just as big as it needs to be.
All right. How does it feel seeing this room?
It feels nostalgic and wow, I can't believe this stuff survived, and it's nice. It feels like home again.
Everyone, it's going to be a few more hours until the supper comes. Is there anything you'd like to do until then, or anyone that you'd like to speak with?
I would like to speak with Milo privately if I can.
All right. Milo is incredibly busy as he's in like this war room, but when he sees Angie, he nods, um, motions that you're allowed to come in, even though like some guards with halberds are like, "What? Can't go in here."
Oh, is he
There's
alone?
like he's not alone right now, but if you'd like to get him alone, you could ask him.
Oh, hey, you must be Commander Milo, right? I'm Angie. I guess I'm new here. I wanted to like talk to you alone for a little bit and like introduce myself if you have time later, sir.
Go ahead and give me a deception check to send a guided or a hidden message. Is that what you're trying to do here?
Yeah, I just want him to not blow my cover because I know
I
he can always tell.
I do remember you. I do remember you. You were the one that had the fight with the Rising and then stormed off. Yep, I absolutely remember that. Sir, let's have a discussion. Um, I'll be back in about 15 to 30 minutes, everybody. It's been a long time since I've spoken with this person. They were a friend of Isaac's. So, he goes out of this war room. Everyone just kind of like salutes him as he passes by, and he takes you to his chambers, which are actually
Ooh,
very sparsely decorated. And he has not put a lot of effort into cleaning this place.
that's cool. Um, so hi. I guess I assume you recognize me.
Well, I had a secret as to how I would find you out.
Oh, what was that?
Whenever somebody would come up to me as if they knew me very well, and I've never met them really before, it's probably Isaac.
Oh, well, this time I did that on purpose, so I
Right.
don't know
Well,
about all those
this
other times.
this time it was especially obvious.
I I'll be blunt, Milo. Isaac has to be dead. I hope I can have your help in this, because you're gonna recognize me always. But it's I found out I have parents, and I didn't know I had parents, and then also one of them is really not my dad. He's just an asshole. Fate and Percy, they both want to control me. Percy isn't even my dad. He's just married to Fate.
Well, a bit of an unpleasant family reunion.
He's unhinged. It honestly scared me.
He clears the pile of clothes off his bed. Do you want to
Oh.
talk about it?
Yeah, I guess I'll sit down in the space he just cleared for me.
He sits in his chair, which does wheel around a little bit. It swivels.
I'm sorry to dump. It's good to see you. I mean, it's been less than 2 years for me, but for you, I guess it's been 2 years.
Well, it's been hard. I'm not going to pretend that it was easy, but I knew you would be back.
I
That's one of the
guess.
things that I always found interesting about you. You would always find a way to make it work, no matter what. Although, when you found a way to make it work back in the old days, it was killing somebody, which wasn't very good, actually.
Well, I mean, that's still on the table, right?
I guess. I guess. I mean, there are some people that should probably be. Eh. He kind of tugs at his collar and then makes like a throat cutting motion.
That's. Both of them. I met Fate first, and she wanted me to join her. I said to this lady, I'd never met you in my life. I'm not gonna. but she wouldn't give up. And when Isaac died and she met Angie for the first time, I mean, I couldn't tell if she cared or what, but she's certainly more insane now than she was before that. And Percy, I mean, Percy interpreted everything I did. This whole misguided adventure, he thought it was all just to like please him or something. And when he found out that Isaac had died, he just went insane.
Well, reminds me of my family, actually. I probably haven't talked to you about this, or really anyone. I've noticed something about myself. I have a bit of a character flaw.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I never would have said.
Well, I have a bad habit of running away from all of my problems and not opening up to anybody. Turns out, I'm very good at running away from my problems, because I can turn invisible. That helps a lot.
Yeah, that would seem to help. I mean...
How have your studies with the arcane been going, by the way? Did my book help?
Yeah, the book helps. I also, you know, I learned how to cast Resilient Sphere, and I used that to save someone's life, and that was pretty cool.
I can't even cast Resilient Sphere. Well, the student has become the master. Can you write me a book? How do I cast Resilient Sphere, please?
First, you must take a lease into your heart.
Alright, so anyways, moving on. Sorry, I don't mean to be dismissive, it's just I barely have enough room in my heart for people, let alone gods. I mean, who knows how big Elise is?
Did you just call her fat? Wow.
While he's not looking, can I cast Spider Climb on him and then cast Gift of Gab to change the verbal component?
Okay.
Okay. I mean, how is this resistance going? I mean, it must be really fucking hard now.
I mean, it's not as hard as you'd think. See, the problem is, unlike before, we don't really have much of an organization to fight against. We have many organizations that all hate each other and want to kill each other. Which is great, because we let them fight each other and then we just do whatever we can in the meantime. Whatever the Conclave and Capri turned against each other, I don't know how you guys did it, but you did it. And my god, did that make our lives easier.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do after all of this, but I don't want to be a hero. I don't think you want to be a hero. It makes it very hard to get work.
So the thing is about heroism is it gives you a lot of attention, which normally is a good thing, but when people start asking you for advice and what do you do, I mean, I've been doing this for 2 years and I hate it. Sometimes I just want to run away and go be a thief again, but again, there's my character flaw coming into play. I've been trying to fight it. I really have. Mostly, I've just been wondering what will happen if you guys come back and I haven't done my due diligence. I'll look like a bad guy.
I mean, I don't think anyone would have blamed you. But there's not much to steal here anyways.
That's true. Well, since you're opening up, I figure I might as well. So, let me tell you about the time before I joined Featherstep. Because I wasn't always in Featherstep. My parents were rich nobles. They were devout Michaelists, and they wanted me to join the clergy as a paladin. I, however, was much better at hiding and sneaking around and lying to people. They very much didn't like that. They tried to lock me in my room, so I learned how to pick locks. Eventually, I just grew fed up with all of it, and I started rebelling any way I could. What is the most heretical thing that I can do to Michaelists? It turned into a turf war, and I found out that the thing that Michael hates the most is chaos. So, what's more chaotic than the Feywild? I found out how to open a portal to the Feywild, and fell in. And that was the last I ever saw my parents.
Seems like a lot of us did a lot of running away from family in the Feywilds. So
Happy didn't.
Yeah, she didn't. I only knew my uncle at the time. I guess he was Fate's brother, which is weird. I guess I was kind of semi-raised by the Pope's brother? I don't know.
Well, if there's one thing that I know about conclavist fathers, it's that they're not good.
Yeah. So, what next? Is there anything that we can do for you to make this easier? Honestly, Milo, I just want to leave too, but we gotta deal with this or else they'll destroy the world or whatever.
Well, I would like to stop them, and I normally abhor violence, but this is the one case where I think an assassin is warranted. So, and he taps you on your nose, this is where you're up to the plate. If you need any information or anything, I can probably find it to you. That's what I'm good at. And then, once we have that, it's up to you to do the rest. We'll count on you at the end to do what the Rising has always done, which is, against all odds, defeat the bad guy.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
And then, once that's all done, how about we ditch all of this and then go to Pujuit? I hear it's nice this time of year, and no one knows how to get there and survive, which will be a good place to hide out. I'm pretty sure we can survive Pujuit, right?
I mean, there are jungles. Oh, I got this cool ring. That's how we made the gorilla friends.
Nice. The gorilla, by the way, is leading an army of animals that can talk.
Oh.
It's a bit strange. Apparently, the monsters and the animals can talk now.
That is convenient if they'll join us. I've been kind of gathering armies, you know. I mean, Angie is liked in Capcree, and I can't press control away from Percy entirely, but I can do a lot, I think.
That will be a good start. That will be a good start indeed. One thing that we'd really like to do is to get rid of Ain so that we can make communication with the Broodvar Outpost. Then we'll have a united force, instead of being split up across 3 different islands.
Is AIM blocking communications with denial or something?
Well, he has the entire southern part of the island, and he's blockaded anyone from getting past it, so we can't actually get up there. We can sneak a few people, but that's about it.
Okay. Well, I guess that about wraps it up. I don't want to stay too long and be suspicious, but listen to me, Milo. When the islands and the center of Slaypool, they'll start doing some weird shit. That's how you'll know that it's ending. And afterwards, I mean, if there's still a world and it's not destroyed by Ain or turned into slaves by fate, I'll find you, okay? Or you can find me.
Oh, according to our records, I'm a lot better at finding you than the other way around.
Well, I wasn't trying to find you most of the time, I was trying to trap you. Just reminds me, I better not step in any of those traps. It's been a long time since I saw them. I have to get to my apartment at some point.
Oh, you haven't paid rent in 2 years. Zlatov's going to be pissed.
He's probably dead, so...
Hooray!
I think that means the apartment's free.
One less landlord.
It's kind of like when you go to the market and they forgot to put a tag on one of the plums, and you go up to the shopkeep and you say it's free, right? But instead my landlord is super dead. It's kind of not like that at all.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange metaphor, but... I mean, you're good at killing. I'm good at hiding things. Someone out there is good at metaphors.
Hopefully not Angie, because that would make things very difficult.
Alright, try to pick aliases that aren't poets, and you'll be fine.
Okay, well... I'll see you soon. I'm going to stick you to the ceiling now. And I cast Gravitational Thrust on him.
He is stuck to the ceiling and is like crawling around on top as best as he can.
He doesn't realize he got spider climb on, that's the only reason he's sticking up there. Okay, I'll see you soon, hopefully.
He is like trying to jump off the ceiling to get down to the ground. How do you do this?
We'll leave. MG will leave.
All right. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to do or discuss with somebody here?
Yeah, I'd like to get some crafting in as soon as possible. We've got a few hours before the banquet.
Nice. What are you looking to craft here?
Let's finish up that ring.
Okay. So, what tool proficiency are you going to use here?
This is the last roll, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Probably
So-
jeweler's tools.
Yeah, jeweler's tools.
All right. Let's see the check here.
Jeweler's tools, what? What stat?
Most likely, this is going to be dexterity.
All right. D20 plus Dex plus double proficiency plus Flash of Genius. I do not have Armor of Tools. And also, I have Guidance now. So I'll just throw that in there. $28.
That is a success, and with that, you successfully complete the ring.
Hey,
Amazing.
what does it do?
It's a ring of
Uh,
regeneration. So
Yes,
what it
the
does,
Ring of Regeneration.
For regenerates your arms and legs? That'd be useful for
It
Cal.
will get Calcivir's leg back.
it will.
Really?
It will, in fact, yeah, it will give Calcivir's leg back.
I mean, Cal's had this leg for years at this point. Will Cal even want their normal leg back?
Cal, do you want your leg back?
Right now I get phantom pain, so I would like to stop getting itches
Yes.
and also stabs in a leg that I can't heal. I feel like that would be nice.
All right.
You don't have to attune to it.
So I assume I finish right around the time the feast begins.
Okay.
And yeah, I would go up to Cal and say, so do you remember when we were going through the mountains, we fought that monster and I pulled the glowing heart out of it? Well, since then, I've been working on something and I finished it. And this should be able to give you your leg back. Speechless. Or
Completely
did I
speechless.
disconnect?
My,
Oh,
I give
I
you my
think
thanks, my usual Dala. You've been with me all these years. And now finally, you have brought me health, along with your alliance.
Of course. I always felt bad that you lost it in the first place, and I'm glad that we can get it back now.
I would pay any price to save my home.
Go ahead and give a 1d6 plus 1 check for me, Cal.
Yes, please roll a 1. Please roll a 1.
96 plus 1, is that it?
That's correct.
You're aiming for a 7.
Well, you're aiming for a 2.
Venom!
Pretty cool. Close stop to maximum, so.
Alright, you will need to wait 1 week to regain your leg. Which will give more downtime for everyone if you'd like to wait for Cal to get their leg back.
Also, it does have another effect. You can look it up and add it to your character sheet now, the Ring of Regeneration. While you regain 1d6 hit points every 10 minutes.
That's correct. Really good.
Wow.
What makes you think?
It's like a weird amount of healing, but I guess they didn't want to do it every round because that'd be broken.
It's actually still broken, believe it or not.
Yeah, so it's very good.
So I'd like you to think every
out
10
of combat,
minutes,
you're
right?
guess gonna go to full. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so we're gonna hit the Swallowed City now. While that's active.
Like, think about this, right? You sleep for 8 hours, right? You get 8 hours of sleep. You get 48 d6 health back.
I mean, if you're
You
full
also
resting,
just
you
get full health
yeah.
back. But over a short rest, without spending any hit die, you still get 66.
Wait, so there's freaking there's coffee stuff you can get that gets rid of your exhaustion, so you never need to long rest as well. If you think of that, you could be doing downtime during the 8 hours. You could be like making stuff or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Jazz, the thing we found out about the Preacher is that the aspects inflict vulnerability stacks. You weren't here for this.
Okay,
But that's why we're not killing him yet.
Well, the Swallowed City is supposed to be like one of the last things we do anyways, so I thought we figured that.
Yeah, but that's why we're doing it last.
more allies we have for it, the better.
We could speed run it now. We got the freaking the 1d6 plus what was it? Every 10 minutes? Oh my goodness. How about, okay, 1 second. I'm going to chop off my character's arm. Cast that on me as well.
Well,
it's
the thing
wild.
is, you don't need to lose a limb to use the ring.
Oh, what?
It's just also another effect. It gives you that healing, plus it regrows limbs. You don't need to lose a limb to use it. I say this as I stop Happy from cutting her own arm off.
Well, you could do this as like a party trick. You'd be like, "Hey, everyone, want to see me lose my arm?"
Yeah, just wait a
And
week.
then
I'll get it back.
All right, now everyone stay and watch me for the next 7 days.
Is it like Deadpool where it's like a weird baby limb for a couple days?
I think it's like Deadpool, so that's why you probably want to take like a week off here.
I was actually wondering, since it says that you regrow the limb after 6 days, for example, I was thinking that it happens all at once, and I was wondering what would happen if I still had the filigree leg, like if it would grow over the filigree, so that I kind of had silver inside of my leg, and I thought that would be kind of not great.
Wow, that
also
sounds cool.
Yeah, kind of cool. Hey Jazz,
Yeah.
I'm not using my bracers of archery. If you want those.
Yeah, sure. If you're not using, I guess it doesn't work on guns. We figured that out, right? So Tim can't use them.
Yeah, you can use them. I don't care.
Sure.
Unless, what if you modify them to be the bracers of gunnery?
Oh, is that possible?
We probably need a boss material to do that.
Yeah,
I mean,
you have to fight the gun boss.
we're probably gonna plan to talk.
There is
to
a gun
Brett.
boss. Remember that assassin that we talked about like ages ago? I was looking for work and you're like, there's a weird assassin out there. He's still out there. I gotta find him and kill him.
I mean,
The one that's supposedly locked away. What's his face in his portal, in his other dimension,
Oh yeah. So
which
it's probably
turned
not
out
evil.
to be not true because it was Fate that did it.
Oh, is Fate the weird other assassin, Pug?
Could be. Who knows?
You know. That's what I'm asking.
how badly do you want these bracers of gunnery? Because we could bracers of gunnery.
Well, someone would
They're
have to.
extremely good for me, and you only use bows sometimes. But
You could walk into Plaguebringer's Spike and just kill him as a boss. It's not advisable. It's not a right course of action. You could do that, I think.
but he might not drop gunnery materials. We'd just be murdering an ally for no reason.
It's a shitty thing to do. I'm just the boss to fight them. Maybe we could train him for a few days to use guns, and then I don't know if he'll drop it then. But
Hey,
Now you
no
gotta feed
killing
him a.
these materials.
You have to feed him a gun diet for like a
Speaking of
month.
guns, though, I want to try to use aspect powers to make red bullets. The red material.
Ooh, red bullets. This is like when Burger King made green ketchup. Why
I'll
are
go
you making
faster
red
because they're
bullets, bro?
red.
Okay.
Burger King made footless. You.
Go ahead and give me a Arcana check here.
Do you even
Wisdom.
understand hex words well enough to make it?
I don't know how this works. So, I also have.
Wait, hold on. If you guys want to be straight reckless with it, you can use red and blue to replace Hexwares.
Yeah, I was
gonna do baby steps here first.
yeah yeah first time. Hey, let me compact red and blue, but not mixed, into an explosive bullet.
YOLO.
When we did the recap, we got extra D4s as well. So I think I've got 3 D4s. Can I add that after if it's...
Recap bonuses are typically only for one session, so if we didn't use whatever you're talking about...
Why would you use them in the recap session? There's nothing to use them on.
No, you still have them.
Huh. Okay, I don't remember what these are about then.
You got some. They're D4.
Okay. I'm just wondering if I have to decide before or after.
You have to do before.
Oh, let's I'll have to type this out then. Let's do it before. Well,
you're able to make a lot of bad bullets that don't last very long, but you're able to get 1d4 plus 1, I think, averages out to like around 3.
Plus 1. Wow.
You make 2 functioning bullets. These bullets deal extra damage against lawful creatures.
Okay.
Design lawful?
You have to ask him. However, they are good at killing angels.
It does murder angels a lot.
How long does that take?
It takes a while, and it's actually very strenuous.
Okay.
You have weak control of your aspect, and it's hard to do. But after a while, you're able to make 2 that are able to withstand creation. Most of them, you create them, and then after a while, they crumble into powder, and then the powder loses all its color.
Science. Alright, that's all I can do then. I'll give them to Isaac at some point.
Right. Alright, go ahead, Isaac, I guess, and mark 2 anti-angel bullets. The fun way.
The fun way.
High angel bullets?
Anti-angel bullets.
Oh, okay. Anti-angel bullets.
Well, if the Conclave ever uses angels.
Bullet.
You know that they do.
Awful things. Where'd they get angels? Weirdos.
They do be having angels.
Astral plane, baby. They just walk in and say they're part of the conclave, and they just get them. It's kind of messed up.
Right, anyone else doing anything before dinner?
Oh.
I was going to spend the first couple of hours doing a cleansing ritual and asking for protection for my allies using my new cool fountain.
Nice. All right. I believe all of this in conjunction is enough to gain 1 piety. And so, for Calsevere. All right, are you ready for your 10 piety bonus, Rody? I've thought about this for quite a while, and I have the answer. You have now become a decanter of endless water.
What?
Neat.
So allow me.
I have become a decanter.
You're a magic item now. Woohoo!
Yes. So basically, you can create water like usual, but as if you are a decanter of endless water.
Oh, hey, this is awful. Hero is going to drown.
Don't worry, Hero can swim. I don't know about Sereth, but Hero
That's
can
endless
swim.
water. You just keep swimming up, and then you can't never find a breath.
It's okay. Hero has water breathing.
Okay, that makes sense.
So this will
You-
allow you to do one of three things. You can
You
produce
can do
one
a
gallon.
water Kamehameha.
Yes, that's correct. You can produce 1 gallon, you can produce 5 gallons, or you can produce 30 gallons of water that gushes forth in a geyser 30 feet long and 1 foot wide. The bonus action, you aim at a creature within 30 feet of you. They must succeed on a strength saving throw, or take 1d4 bludgeoning damage and fall prone. You can also shoot things with your water as well, and then knock it over or push it. I'm going to increase the strength saving throw to be based off your character, however, rather than the item, because you are the decanter, not the item.
Just do your spell save.
Water Kamehameha.
Exactly.
You look really hard on them.
So is the saving throw going to be based off my proficiency bonus?
That's correct.
Cool.
I will create a feat that will do it for the next session. But
Which attribute?
which attribute? I'm thinking it's probably going to be Constitution, because that makes the most sense.
Okay.
That sounds cool.
But yeah, you
Work
can shoot people with blasts of water whenever you want now. I thought, you know what? Calcivir needs more bonus action things. Here's another bonus action thing.
Yeah.
Calcivir is getting a lot of things this session. She's still got one more.
That's true. You guys also get a food.
Off
Food
food.
is cool.
The meal is in several courses. There are a total of 4 courses. The first course is an appetizer, and it's a very light salad with a really bright, fresh vinaigrette. It uses local plants, and some of the plants are clearly hope meat creation. So you do get some penonchi with them. It's very refreshing, and you can feel like a lot of the illnesses in your body that you've picked up. Not necessarily like you're sick, but just like, you know, you're not feeling perfect. All of this just kind of melts away as you eat this.
I just figured out I can plant things while I'm here.
The main course is a type of fowl. It's not quite chicken. It's a lot more primal than that. You don't know what the hell this is. It's sort of like a gamier chicken is a way of thinking about it. But it's served with this sauce, like a pan sauce that's been created out of it. It's a very thick and fruit-forward sauce that complements the gamier, heavier meat pretty nicely. As for dessert, everyone, drumroll please for the dessert.
I was doing a drum roll, but you can't like hear it.
Okay. It is just a very simple, very nice creme brulee. Forgot the word of the dessert that I've made before. But it's a nice creme brulee. And then for the final and last but not least part of this meal, you guys all get a local fruit, which is found only in Ismaila.
That local fruit called death. We're all poisoned.
You
Trick
get
all
this.
Kind of.
You get this fruit. It's a little bit tart, but the main flavor profile is very it's very sweet in a way that seems like almost excessive after this. But it also has this very nice, almost vegetable undercurrent to it. It's a green fruit, but when you cut it open, it has purple flesh. And people eat it with a spoon because it's a very large fruit that's been cut up into wedges.
And this is a native fruit around this area.
Yeah, you've probably seen them before.
What does it look like? Can you
It's got
describe it?
It has a green outer skin, but the inside is more of like a purple that gets brighter towards the center. It has like a number of seeds that you have to cut out with a spoon. The pulp and the seeds are kind of gross.
This is a wild connection I'm going for. Can I tell if it's at all closely related to the fruit the Payanchi, that fruit that we saw in Jokrib's realm?
Yes, actually, I'd say that they are the same fruit. It's just that Jock Robs have been bred to basically absorb as much Penanchi as possible, whereas these are just like actual fruits.
They absorb Paianchi. They don't produce it.
Right, exactly.
So my plan of crossbreed or having Isaac or Angie crossbreed them and plant them and would not spread Paianchi.
It would not spread it on its own. If you grow them in Penanchi and then put them down, then they can spread Penanchi wherever they go, but on their own, they're just fruits that kind of absorb whatever they take in.
So presumably
They're called sponge fruit.
Out here, they're probably absorbing the Nyaxanchi.
Well, these were grown specifically to avoid that. These fruits, they absorb whatever they're in, so they're called sponge fruits, and they can grow in like saltier water, which makes them like salty, which is kind of weird. But a lot of people think the salty versions are the most delicious, as long as you can get them at the right level where they're not over salted.
Okay. I just had a wild idea of, like, oh, could we crossbreed these and start them everywhere we go? But no, that wouldn't work.
I mean, it would. You just need a lot of Penanchi to grow them in. Like, you grow them in a Penanchi lake, and then you get the fruits, and then you plant them, and then the fruits have mild Penanchi properties. It would take a long time.
So we could plant, like, the seeds from any of the fruit we collected in Jackrip's place.
Yeah, and it would have, like, a mild Penanchi effect to it.
Okay.
Also, if you grow these things in sewage, it tastes very bad.
Well, luckily we have someone that can produce infinite fresh water.
That's actually the opposite of most plants.
Yeah,
most plants taste good when you grow them in sewage.
Yes.
That seems controversial. I need to go to Snopes on that one.
Yeah, Snopes are big fans of Bustan Faith.
Are grown in poop.
No. Alright, you have this delicious feast. There will be a few more days before Calcivir regenerates. During this time, would you like to prepare this halberd?
I would. So overnight I would prepare the Armor of Tools infusion.
Alright. One thing that you can do is if you use the +1 halberd as a base, you can try to get this to a +2 with the effect.
Okay, yeah.
Are there risks involved in that? Isn't the +1 halberd a demon halberd? That seems concerning.
It was owned by a demon. I don't think it's specifically an evil thing. Is that really the halberd from the Oni?
Yeah, dude, I got this.
Yeah.
From some random demon, and we've just had it for the past 60 sessions.
I can pretty much guarantee you I'm good enough at making weapons that we won't lose the halberd. I can safely say I'm good enough that I'm not going to completely destroy it.
Then I place my utter faith in you, Wielder.
Thank you for once again placing your faith in me.
Hey, Wielder, can you make potions, or are you just like a silver guy?
Oh, I can do anything. What do you need? You need potions?
Potions. Sorry, I think I interrupted some kind of moment with you and Cal. I just like burst in here because I had this idea.
No. Since we've got a few days here while we're waiting for Cal's leg to grow back, I've got a backlog of projects.
Well, I have this fruit of advantage, whatever that means, and we could turn it into potions of advantage, whatever that means.
Speaking of fruit, I was wondering if, and I'll take out No, it was in Defender's saddlebags. I'd open up Defender's saddlebags, and like we've got all this sponge fruit that was growing in Pyanchi, and I was hoping we could get the seeds out of these and just kind of plant them as we're moving along.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they're just
Yeah.
they don't make Pyanchi. They're just plums. It's a common as Malin variety.
Well, I think that these ones that we got from Jakrib's realm, when they grow, they will have a mild effect. It'll be something, and with minimal effort.
I mean, I did plant a hope meat tree in the other place of the Brass Gauntlet. I could plant another one here. I've got a clipping from that tree. I think the tree is
right.
gonna be proven to be more effective. I guess it will help them to have a tree or two. We got a whole week, so I guess I could do like 5 trees.
Well, yeah, if you could also just get the seeds out of this fruit, we could just leave them as we go.
Sure,
Yeah, I also do have some extra clippings as well for more trees.
I do like. You understand that I like had to be there, right? Because I have to like be taking care of it.
Oh no, I was wondering if you could get the seeds out.
Yeah, I can get the seeds out. It's just like if we just scatter them around, they're gonna take like, well, they aren't going to grow because there's like no sun. But even once we fix the whole no sun thing, it'll take like a year or two.
That's a good point. Well, it's still just a seed. Yeah.
We can give them to people and be like symbolic.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is the seed of the new worlds.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, wow, very cool. And then they'll promise they'll keep it and plant it later, but then they'll forget about it in like a week.
I mean, clearly they're growing the plants here already. I mean, it's people can grow them. So yeah, handing the seeds out would be nice.
The difference between the tree clippings and the seeds of the plant, of like the fruit, are that the trees will have more of an effect in like cleaning up an area. Whereas if you have the fruit, then the fruit can be given to people to help cure them of the plague here.
Is there enough Pyanchi here for us to actually make like a profit off doing that?
Presumably, yes, you could seek a profit here.
Okay, then I guess I am having a busy planting week. I'm going to commandeer part of the outdoors and just plant things. Seeds advantage. I got the jungle flower seeds. I got the hope meat trees, and I have these plums that Wheeler is giving me.
You've also. I'm just going to give you Defender's saddlebags, which have 56 pounds of leaves, cuttings, fruit, and just liquid Pyanchi.
Is this bag literally on fire? Because mulch does generate heat when it ferments.
It's not mulch. It's leaves.
It
cuttings.
Sounds like compost.
Well, compost is
you
also
get to turn the compost every day, right?
a lot of things. This is like a packaged thing. Like the leaves they're compacted and covered in twine. I've got the cuttings wrapped up in a bundle. It's not like just I shoveled it in there.
Okay. Well,
But yeah, that is a lot of materials.
Well,
We've got about a week here.
I can take like the seeds. I mean, I'm gonna be pretty busy. I don't know how much more I can do.
Well, I'm just saying, whatever I've got here, you're free to use.
Okay. Then I guess I will spend the next week becoming a plant goddess to this parched land.
Go ahead and give me, I think, 2d20 for the total.
I'm gonna roll a 2.
Yo, let's go.
Okay, it was an 18, slightly better than
It's
a
not
2.
bad.
I could put advantage on that 4. I could like use inspiration on the 4 maybe, but yeah. I guess I won't. Wait, we have well rested inspiration.
That's true.
What is this for?
You can re-roll one of the 20s with that.
Okay. for my overall harvest. I'm focusing
Wow.
mostly on the
Whoa, let's go.
Hey!
34.
All right. Great success. During the week, you are able to make this here. I think given with the Armor of Tools and Flash of Genius over multiple days, I literally don't think you can fail. Like I have a DC setting thing that I've set up for Lascalia, and I'm going off it, and I think you just succeed. Like
Hooray!
if you roll 4 ones, you still succeed. Freaking
So
wielder,
Is that
man.
like a critical
I might
success?
get boons. What am I rolling?
Okay. Yeah, let's roll anyways because there is a critical success mode. So how are you going to do this here?
I mean, I'm using my plant thing that lets me grow plants in a day, right?
Fine. Here I'm talking about wielder's growth. Or not growth, creation of this halberd.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought we were still talking about the plants.
Oh no. The plants with the boon that's going to be a success for Isaac.
Okay.
So Isaac just has a boon that grows fast.
Yeah, so the halberd. So yeah, I've got the head which Calcivir made.
Right?
And I'm gonna and I'll start going through the process of removing the head from the pole.
Okay.
And I'm gonna work to affix the other halberd head to it, mainly by kind of modifying the. Here's what I'm thinking. I modified the end of the pole so that there's a hole through it. So, like, if the halberd head comes down on it, then a pin could be put through it.
Right?
Like that's how you'd fasten it, but I don't have a pin just yet. And so I put the head on, and to seal it, to affix finally the head to the pole, I want to attempt to manipulate this head itself, the material, to form that pin as part of itself. So I want to try to, essentially I'm saying I want to try to manipulate this material to firmly attach itself as its final part.
All right. So there will be a total of 4 rolls for this. What will the first one be? Now, what proficiency do you want to use for the first part?
That would be, I'm just working on a weapon, blacksmithing.
Okay. In this case, I think intelligence actually does fit, as this is more of doing the preparatory work.
Okay. But yes, I I do want to do some crazy rolls because it's fun. I will give myself have this. Okay, hold on. Let me go through it one at a time. I have. Where is it? Where is it? Enhanceability. And I can give myself Fox's Cunning. So I'll have advantage on intelligence checks. Okay. Then plus double proficiency. Plus double int from Armor of Tools. Plus 6 from Flash of Genius. Plus 1d4. 44.
All right. So, just so we're clear here, the DC to complete this is 90.
Okay.
Now check 2 out of 4.
This would be modifying the end of the pole to fit this construction, I'm thinking. So that would probably be carpenter's tools.
Okay, and then this one is either strength or dexterity.
All right. We'll do dex. Plus 8 plus 6 plus 2 plus 6 plus 1d4. 28.
Is this not meant to have advantage?
You did 1d20, keep highest one.
Yeah, because I copied it. It should be 1d20 because this is not an intelligence check.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
All
So
right.
yeah, that is correct.
Check 3 out of 4.
This would be placing the halberd head upon the top of the pole. Make sure everything lines up right, that the inside of the halberd head, it's got room. This would probably be...
This seems crazy to me because I think you could replace the head on a halberd in like an afternoon, but...
Yeah. I know, but I've got to think of 4 rolls here, so...
In this case, it's not just replacing, like, you're also trying to upgrade it at the same time here,
Yeah.
right?
It's a magic halberd, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'd say this is blacksmithing again.
Okay.
What stat would you say this is?
What's that? Very likely this is going to be, again, dexterity or strength blacksmithing.
Alright. I'll go dex. Plus 8 plus int plus dex plus flash genius plus guidance.
It doesn't happen to be the case that water straight from the god Nyare might help you in tempering this steel.
No, I've actually got plans for actually, yeah.
Is there any steel to actually temper here?
There isn't. It's mostly Paianchi and wood.
I was thinking
Uh,
maybe there would be something to set it in place.
The final step.
I have an idea for that.
The final step is the enchantment process.
All right, and as part of this, I mean, this is what I imagined to be the. Well, where does me manipulating the material come into play?
I mean, this could be part, like, the final step, right?
Okay. Enchanting then.
The final enchantment plus manipulating the material. I mean,
Yeah.
you use Arcana for both.
Yeah, let's go for Arcana. Or Tinker's Tools. Which one do you think?
Either or works.
Alright, I'll do Tinker's Tools, because I get better rolls. Plus... And what stat would you say this is? A combination of enchanting plus manipulating?
Like 100% intelligence. Both of these
Really?
are intelligent.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe wisdom. Plus 8 plus 12. 6 plus 1d4. Oh, hold on. Advantage. 39. So I'm pretty sure that beats 90.
Yep, it beats it by 50 or more, in fact.
What?
Yeah, it's 141 total.
Jesus Christ.
This is why I said, like, there's pretty much no way you can fail. This halberd is another thing that I'll have to create for next session, but this is going to be a +2 halberd that does an additional 2d6 damage against evil creatures.
Ooh, damn.
That's
Design evil.
would that stack
I
with
don't
the
know, maybe.
earrings.
Are there
It would, in fact, stack with the earrings.
God,
Yeah.
and then I cast Holy Weapon on her and just wreck phase
Yeah, I mean,
against the evil thing.
just the earrings and halberds alone, assuming she hits 3 times with the halberd, that's an extra 12d6 damage.
I'll do that.
It's basically like a flame tongue weapon against evil. Because remember that was 2d6.
All right. Anyone else have anything they'd like to do here?
Yeah. I mean, I've got a week, so I'm gonna go around and try to round up all the art patrol.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check then here.
Investigation.
If you'd like to be aided by someone, you can have someone help you try to round them up, but this is investigation. That's what I was doing with the 2d20 there.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
So that was,
Oh, I should have realized that because I rolled poorly.
you rolled 36. No,
Well,
30.
at first I rolled an 18 on 2d20. I had to use inspiration.
But then you replaced the 4.
Yeah.
And so you got a 34.
Yeah.
All right.
34 hope. That's a lot.
Go ahead and roll 1d6 here.
Oh, what
this
is
is
Venari
Venari.
doing?
When I was trying to round up art patrol,
Jesus.
you find one
Bro.
guy.
Seriously? In a week, I find one dude.
No,
Yeah.
not in a week.
Oh,
A
okay.
day.
We're doing multiple of these checks. In a day, you find one.
We're here for at least 6 days.
Yep. Day 1 of 6. Day 2, same thing. If you'd like to recruit anyone to help you, you
I
can.
mean, I don't know who would want to go around doing this. Oh, Saga wants to because he really hates them. But he probably just wants to destroy them, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably just me.
All right. Go ahead and roll 1d4.
Oh my god.
All right. 2.
I'm not having very good luck here.
Day 3 of 6.
I'll do one more. Yes.
Hey!
Go ahead and roll 1d8.
Come on.
Oh,
Come on, where's that one? Give me that one!
Aw.
8!
All right, you are able to find 8 to your cause. There are a total of 10 now that you found. Would you like to keep going?
Take a day off to try and experiment with creating maybe
Are you
Yeah.
able to brew potions, Denari? Because that would also be useful.
I don't think I have.
I can help you out with that in the coming days.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and make. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make blue bolts, I guess. Actually, no. Can I try and make a red dagger?
Okay. Wisdom Arcana, as before.
The Chaos Dagger.
Boop. Chaos. That is correct. Yeah.
If you like step into my workshop
Alas.
while you're doing this, I could help you out.
It is
I'm probably
too
in your
difficult to
workshop
form
because
this.
that is the best place to make stuff.
I actually, if she comes in here, it's like, hey, I'm gonna try this with my own recent dabblings, I'd be interested in watching and offering advice. So could I offer advantage?
You can. So go ahead and mouse over this roll, and then you should see a plus.
Oh, did not help.
But I will give a flash of genius.
With a flash of genius, this is a success. You're able to make a chaos dagger. It's unenchanted, but it does deal 2d6 extra damage against lawful creatures.
Holy shit! We're just making flame tongue weapons.
Against specific enemies, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably give that to Happy.
Happy's got the light shards, bro.
Oh yeah. Alright, I guess I'll hold on to it. Unless someone else wants it.
Venom.
I'm gonna try and make a blue one as well.
Hey, go ahead. Similarly, you can try again.
Did it not?
You were able to succeed with this one.
Oh, that's a success immediately?
It is. That's a success.
Okay.
So I've got a law dagger and a chaos dagger.
Dude. And if they touch, we die.
I don't know. I don't know what happens. But now that I know I can make red candles-
man, why did Blade Wraith have to be Fate? Because
he's not.
Blade Wraith isn't fate.
who
No,
was
it's not.
Damien
It was
was.
Damien.
Damien?
Oh,
Okay, good. Because Blade Wraith would love those daggers. Where is he? What happened to him?
I don't know. Maybe you'll find out someday.
Maybe he's red.
That'd be pretty wild. He would totally do that. That sounds exactly
Yeah.
like him. I don't know if he'd wear full plate, but it's very puny of him.
It's
so.
very extra.
Alright, do I dare try and make a small bomb out of red and blue?
Yes, because it'd be entertaining.
This will be the last day. It does take some time to make these, and then you need to
Yes.
rest after a while.
In more ways than one.
Alright, I'll try. What's the worst that could happen? I can just blow up. Great.
Are you doing
Worst
this
thing
on your
that
own?
happens is you blow up Angie.
How involved do people have to be to help me?
You knowing Wielder would want you to be in the workshop while you do this.
Yeah, I'm doing all
Wheeler
this
would
crafting
want-
stuff there because
Wielder would want to be in on the bomb thing to make sure nothing goes wrong.
it'll be your
Okay.
workshop gets blown up. But
Are you going to do this here?
are you sure we shouldn't just do it outside? I know we're
Is
gonna try to do a
this-
small one, but still.
Let me read Armor of Tools. Maybe can I? No, you're not using any tools for this.
It's power of the aspect.
Yeah.
Basically willing it into existence.
What size bomb
Um,
are you looking to create here?
Well, first I'll cast that spell with Wisdom advantage. What is that? Owl's Wisdom or something?
Okay.
I mean, I could do
So-
that as well, but actually,
can,
this might require concentration. I
You can guidance yourself.
mean, I assume guidance doesn't really work if you're doing something over many hours, but
Yeah.
yeah, for the
That's
size of the
true.
bomb, you like very small, like almost like firecracker size.
Okay, that's going to make this considerably easier. Still difficult, just easier than I was thinking.
Yeah, just I'm not. We're testing the waters.
Okay. To make firecracker sized, you must make a DC of 25.
Oof.
You have advantage and you have flash of genius. You must roll a 13 or higher. Good luck.
I'm gonna add my second D4 from recap. Well, okay, plus wisdom plus, and you can flash a genius if you want after.
Yes.
It's not gonna be enough though. But it might not be catastrophic.
Vonari, go ahead and give me Vonari and Wielder. Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Well, I rolled good on that at least.
You'll be dying a
Dex
little bit.
save 3.
Wielder fails and takes. Oh, you're going to flash a genius this?
Nah.
Okay. You fail and you take 10 points of damage. After hours of concentration, you slip up for just 1 second, and the two of them mix, creating a chain reaction that blows up in your hands. You run away. Basically, you throw it in the air and duck. And Wielder, at this point, looks up just slightly too late to see this bomb going off in his face.
Well, the workshop has officially been christened now.
True.
And I believe is the first magical explosion of this workshop.
I'll heal your wounds. Wow, critically.
Ah, thank you.
Alright. That's my week.
All right, finally, one last thing here. Go ahead and give me 1d2 plus 3. Or not 1d2 plus 3, 1d2 plus 1. Sorry, I was thinking like, 3 or 2.
1d2 plus 1.
Yeah. Anyone can roll this. All right.
Yo,
you're
it's
able
a
to make
coin!
you're able to make 2 potions of advantage.
Hooray! Or do these just give you advantage for how long?
For the next check of your choice that you make within the next hour.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd like to spend a couple days making potions as well. Also, I forgot about this. I want word to get around that if anyone's got like damaged non-magical equipment of any kind, come around and I might be able to fix it easily. And that'll be my Steel Defender's repair function.
Okay. Go ahead and give me 1d20 to add to the hope of the crucible here.
Oh, can I do it?
Yeah, if you want.
I had a good one. Oh, someone already
I
did.
got it. 12.
All right. We are making progress on this thing here. Look at this bar. It's a lot more full than it used to be.
Yeah, it's like, I'd say over a third.
Okay. At the end of all of this here, by this point, unless anyone else has anything they'd like to do, Wielder, I think you're tapped.
Tapped?
Yeah, because you assisted Vonari for several days. You made 2 potions and then completed an item.
And repaired a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't thinking about helping Venari using my whole day. That's fine. But I at least got a day to make potions, right?
Right. Yeah, actually, you would have 1 day because you spent a day making potions and then you spent 3 days with Vonari.
So what do I roll for potions?
What would you like to do? Would you like to make more potions of advantage?
Yeah, I said I was going to help out with that.
Okay. So then go ahead and give me another 1d2 plus 1. Batch 2.
I don't get to use my alchemist supplies.
We've established that you will succeed automatically.
Okay. You don't want to see me roll any more 40s?
It's a DC 30 check. You will succeed in a single roll.
Ah, a 1!
2 more. There are a total of 4 potions of advantage.
Do I have any extra time myself to do anything?
Sure, I think. I think
Alright.
you should.
I want to. I planted the poison things, so I want to harvest some of the poison and make weapon poison.
Okay.
There's the jungle flowers. I promised that I wouldn't go extinct, so I'm not taking all of it. I'm gonna leave some here, and it'll grow here.
All right. Go ahead and give me a nature check.
A nature check, huh? I'm very good at nature. I do have a poisoner's kit.
Nice. All right. You are able to harvest 1d3 plus 1.
Okay.
So go ahead and make this harvest roll.
Okay, that's as
Right.
poor as it could
Maximum
be.
roll. Maximum roll. So
What is
now
the
you
minimum roll?
can. Yeah, maximum roll. Anyways, now you have the fruits of your labor, and you can make poisons out of them.
Okay. What do I roll for that?
Whenever you'd like to make them, you can use Poisoner's Kit. You can make the poison now, or you can make it later.
Is it gonna go away?
If you make the poison, it does have a limited duration, right? Like, it's not going to stay active forever, ever. Ever, ever? Ever, ever?
So I can't like bottle up and have it for later.
No, it does go bad.
Okay.
So you'll need to prepare it before a fight.
How long does that take? Like an hour? Or...
It takes very little time. I'd say I mean, you're basically just grinding it into a paste and then extracting the poisonous materials from it.
Okay.
And then thickening it. So I'd say it takes like a minute or something. And then it lasts for 24 hours before going bad.
What would the effects of the jungle flower be?
So it's got a few things going on. The first is that it's a poison, so it applies the poison condition.
It's good.
Each of these is going to give you a total of 5 doses. So you can either put it on a weapon and attack 5 times, or put it on 5 pieces of ammo. So you have a
Okay.
total of basically 10 doses here. And the way it works is each dose does 1d4 poison stack.
Okay, so each fruit is 5 doses. Each dose applies poisons.
Yeah, it
and
applies 1
a
poison.
poison stack.
So the way it works is you hit someone once, they are poisoned, and then every round for the next minute, they'll take 1d4 damage.
Okay.
And you'll find that 10 rounds of 1d4 is enough to kill most commoners. So this is quite lethal poison.
Okay.
Provided that they make the save. It's a DC 16 Constitution save, by the way.
Once I crush the fruit, how long does it take to apply to a piece of ammo?
You can apply it as an object interaction.
Okay.
But what makes this particularly good is if you hit the same target twice, then they have 2 poison stacks, so they take 2d4. It also refreshes the duration. So if you keep hitting the same target and they keep failing, then they're going to start getting like massive, massive poison damage.
Yeah. I still got my other contact poison, but this one's better, I think, if I have the extra minute.
Yeah, this is more of a premeditated poison, but it's useful. Anyways, that's the poison. If you ever come back to this place for some downtime, or if you want to just stay here for longer, I'm sure nothing bad will happen if you just spend like a month off. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
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 But at the end of all of this glorious downtime here that you finally get to take in a safe place, you all get your well-rested inspiration back. We begin a new episode. Welcome to the episode Inspiration Zone.
Hold on, inspiration.
Ooh, damn.
A
And
long
now, I have one question for you. One question remains. Where are you going next?
Ein. Let's hit up Ein, boys.
We have to
Do
get a
it.
plague bringer and get our army of animals, and then we can bring them to Ein and kill Ein.
Yeah, but the animals might just die to Ein. Like, I don't know, scary. Do you really want to risk the animals'
Well,
lives?
don't forget, Sealess is also up there.
Steelers
That's
has
fair.
an army explicitly for helping us with Iron, right?
Well, he's
Well, he
trying
had,
anyways.
but then he kind of blew the whole thing.
If we can wait until we're a little stronger to fight Sealess, I could finish up a potent tool against him. I'm saying
Is it
if
a
we wait until
blindfold?
It's probably a blindfold.
it's
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 Silas's-
artifice. It's artifice to cast spells, but not as spells. So
Smoke bomb.
that his anti-magic cone will not be a problem. Out of character, I'm saying if we wait till level 11, I get spell storing item, which
Yeah, we'd
is
have to
not
kill
affected.
Ein first to get to level 11. Then
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to head up through Plaguebringer and then take the boat trip across to Ames Island.
I think that's
Is that
the
the
Yeah.
plan?
It's the plan, I think.
Yeah.
And then we can kill Ein. I need to go to my apartment. There's something important stashed in my apartment.
Oh,
Oh, is it your screenplay?
No, I'm not gonna hide it once we get there, because I'd be lame. But I'm gonna whisper you because I do want to preserve the surprise.
Okay.
can we take a 10-minute break to just some
10-minute break.
last-minute coordination?
This is the end of the session.
This is the end of the session?
Called her and said,
We're doing
"Hold
an early break on the count of I am sick and Rhodey has a sore throat.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, I guess.
And he didn't really know which direction we were going to go.
That too.
Dude, I feel like I did so much this session. I got a fountain, and then I put my hands in it. And then I became a fountain.
And you got a
Like
lag.
Kirby.
Oh, also I
That's why
got
you gotta like.
And a sweet new weapon.
Yeah, and plus now you can bully your siblings by splashing them with water at any time.
Oh, I also got a cool ring that's gonna give me my leg back.
You have
Yes.
your leg back.
Good enough
Oh
time.
yeah, I got my leg back by now.
And pretty much outside of combat, you'll just heal up to full. Well,
Right. I think we spent like a total of like 1 minute in a battle map, but thanks to Forgotten Adventures for the battle map tools anyways. Does anyone have anything they'd like to shout out to?
No.
I
No
would
one
say,
no one deserves it this week.
Wow.
I want to shout out Plaguebringer. Plaguebringer's cool.
Yeah, let's shout out the Plaguebringer.
Okay, so
Oh, Plaguebringer, let's go. He's holding it down.
we might
I
not
think-
say that after we meet him.
I think a
He's-
pretty
he's
solid shout out
literally-
would also be to Hall's lozenges.
Ah.
Oh, you're only on
Fisherman's friend.
Halls? Yeah, if it's fucked up and I'm in the trenches, I'm getting Fisherman's Friend. That's where I'm at. man.
100%.
Yeah, it's like super mild. It's mostly my voice is weird rather than any sort of pain, which is
Oh, I
weird.
see. Yeah, I just my voice is kind of weird, but it's mostly just the pain for me here.
With
Venari,
our combined, you're one sick person.
Venari.
What?
How many attunement slots do you have?
I've got 2 of my 3 filled. I've got a free slot, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, so.
How helpful was that spell refueling ring to you?
I mean, most of the time it didn't matter because I didn't use all my spell slots.
Okay.
And now I can get spell slots back too, so it's.
Yeah. And it's a lot more it's a lot better on me when 3rd level is my highest level.
Yeah, it's definitely
But
more valuable. to
also,
you.
I forgot I had a luck stone and I wasn't attuned to it this whole time.
Alright.
I could give you winged boots. Would you want some winged boots?
That
Everyone,
sounds good.
hold up. What are we calling this one?
I can tell you my temporary title name. was resistance and
Homecoming?
acceptance. Because we're meeting the resistance, and they are hopefully accepting Saga.
It's a bit of a wash.
I didn't know
and
what was going to
acceptance-
happen, so I just,
Can we name it Isaac has the coolest room?
Can we call it rest and RNR, then in parentheses, rest and resistance?
Okay.
No one got to see the coolest room. R.I.P.
So we
can
got
just call it
rest
RNR
and
and-
relaxation at the resistance.
By the way, we do know what Isaac's room is, but it did not come up in the session because Isaac is not there, and Corey thinks that Isaac is dead and is just trying to be like staunch about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
That's
guess we
tough.
didn't actually see it, huh?
Corey cries himself to sleep every day because he thinks Isaac's dead. It's really sad.
I mean, Happy's
about
room is
Decan-
legitimately valuable. We can go to the Feywild.
You can
What
also
about
use it.
Decanter of Endless Rest?
Ooh.
That's
You know
nice.
the song Mask by Dream? That's about
Hey!
Corey. That's about Corey. Think about it.
Yeah, 100%. Corey came up with that song when Isaac died, or when he thought Isaac died. Really sad.
I didn't actually do any rest and recovery. I literally just worked the entire week.
I mean,
I gotta level up my fucking connection to the aspect.
That's
That's-
true.
true.
You're working on it. You're getting there.
I'll level up my own aspect soon.
We gotta
You
get
have to
it.
beat Ain first. Man, I can't wait for you guys to see Ain. I love Ain so much. Daniil Dozanigesh, aka Ain, is my favorite character in Faith.
Yeah, he's really good at dragon chess. I hope he makes us
Daniil-
play like a life-size dragon chess game.
Daniil and Percy are my two favorite characters.
Dude, I could probably kick his ass at Dragon Chess now. Hey,
You
I
think?
fought monsters. I'm better at chess now.
I mean,
Yeah.
do you have expertise in dragon chess?
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
Oh yeah, Percy's the man. Never stop winning.
Percy, baby.
He's
I like
the-
Percy
yeah,
because he's a very
I-
interesting villain that he's so
I
bad.
actually did choose Dragon Chess after that as one of my 2 proficiencies.
Dragon. just
Oh, maybe
just so
we
you can
should.
beat it.
been practicing this whole time.
Oh,
Maybe
man.
Yeah.
we should go to my apartment before we go to Ein's place.
Okay, we can do that.
Is there something you want to get from there?
Yes, there's something pretty cool I want to get from there. I'm trying to debate whether to tell you now or tell you later.
Up to you.
It was a good
Sorry,
surprise,
Hog.
Leo.
I suppose I'll tell you
Before-
now. You remember that enormous bomb that destroyed all of Allentree?
That's what I assumed you were talking about.
Yeah, I have one of those enormous bombs, and like if Ein's well defended, we can just use the sewers, which we do have access to now because we are
We're
the
sewer
resistance in
people.
the sewers.
What about the collateral damage?
There
they
is no
can't-
collateral damage because it's Ein's islands.
There
Ein
can, you,
is all Ein's forces.
yeah, but there ought to be
Let's-
like just like normal people.
No,
there,
will
right?
somebody think of the billionaires in the Ivory District?
Here's what we do. I'll challenge him to a Dragon Chess game, and I'll win because I'm strong.
You'll-
And that's what matters in chess, is that might is right. I don't play a lot of chess. So
He
I'm
totally
not
won't use
100%
his
sure
aspects
about
to just
that.
deny you the win. Being the aspect of denial.
Yeah, what you want to do in chess is you want to move your pawn up as many files as you can. Or your
The
king
thing
up
is-
as many files as you can early.
The
as
thing
possible.
is, like, if you intimidate your opponent enough in chess, you can take 2 moves in a row.
Yo.
What? No.
That's
E4.
Klaus thinking right there.
E4, E5. Right? King
Right.
E2.
Ooh!
Yeah,
No one thinks about the king e2. No one, bro.
Just
that's the
fools
best.
made him.
Is that-
You'll
is
never
that-
fall for it.
Is that Bong Cloud?
That's the bog club, baby.
Dude, I'm fucking pro at chess.
You start with you do
You're
the
gonna
ball.
you're gonna use the bong club against him.
Would that just give you disadvantage? If you did the ball
That is the definition of irrational according to the Lascalia dueling rules.
All right, we're done then.
Oh yeah, Pug. Before you leave, what ends up closing the Forge server? What is that when you close it down or what?
Yep. Like for example.
Oh,
Game world is
I was
shutting
gonna
down.
say, could you leave it up for a little bit so I could just kind of poke around?
Correct.
Okay. Fine. All right. That's a session.
Good session, everyone.